Okay friends, so let us start. Product of the day is Contractor's plant and machinery. Be attentive now, we are starting. See, first of all, this class of insurance has the relevance with the motor insurance, but this is a branch of engineering insurance, in fact. Branch of engineering insurance means the policy is designed and developed for various purposes under the engineering class, are object specific, and this is one which is specifically for the plant and machinery is used by the contractors at various sites or at their projects. क्या मुझे हिंदी में बोलना?
So English would be better. English then.
English is okay with all?
Yeah.
I'm
And
also,
everyone can be on the video.
I'm also comfortable in English, but if any explanation is required and in between, you can ask anything. Okay, so let's see what this CPM insurance is actually. Because a lot of confusions are there in the minds of branch managers also, they also understand that the CPM is more or less a motor insurance policy, but it is not. This is altogether different from the motor insurance policy. Even you can say this has no relevance with the motor insurance policy. Let's see what is this. So first of all, you must know, in the India motor tariff, there are 57 class of mixed vehicles which is given in a list in the India motor tariff. All these mixed vehicles are used at the project sites and for commercial purposes by the contractors. Maybe some of them are registered and most of them are not registered. But they are used as commercial vehicles. For example, the most common vehicles which you find on a public place are like ambulance, road rollers, bulldozers, cranes, excavators. These are the most common vehicles or most common plant and machineries which are specified in the machinery category. But actually, some of them are not even heard by you and not even seen by you. Say for example, forklift trucks, grabs, gritting machines, airsays, tippers, scrappers, rippers, angel dozers. These are also mixed vehicles. These are also used for commercial purposes. So all these vehicles are subject to insurance and they are insured under various categories. Question is, which policy has to be given? This depends upon the various factors. So first of all, try to understand what the CPM insurance is. Because this is briefly mentioned that CPM policy covers all type of contractors, plant and machineries which are engaged for work at any specified location in India. Engaged for work at any specified location in India. This is CPM. It means for any project which is beyond the territory of India, and if there is any plant and machinery working on that project site belonging to the contractor cannot be insured under this policy. Because this is for those plant and machineries only which are operating in India, which project sites are located in India. That means the contractors are completely dependent upon these plant and machineries which are used at the project sites day and night. Because most of the projects are time bound. But during that day and night working or overnight working, physical loss or damage to these vehicles is possible. And that can lead to very heavy losses. That means these all machineries require the insurance. Because these all vehicles are specially designed to protect the civil contractors against the damage or destruction of various civil engineering projects like dwelling, offices, hospitals, tunnels, channels, bridges. All these kind of projects are there. Now the question is, what does the CPM policy covers? Because the CPM policy also have two sections only. That is material damage section and third party liability section. But here the material damage section is very wide. In the sense, this section is a all risk coverage section. And wherever there is all risk section is there, all risk coverage is there, that means everything is covered except the specific exclusions. Say for example, machinery at work or at rest or at subsequent erection, machinery being dismantled for the purpose of cleaning or overhauling, machinery when shifted within the project site from one place to one place, that is also covered. Here the within the project site word is important, because beyond the project site word, that means the machinery has come to the public place and there is no risk covered. The operation or use of these plant and machineries is confined to the project sites only. Why? Because they are all unregistered vehicles, unregistered with the RTO. So they are not treated as the vehicle. Public place is not allowed for them. Any loss or damage happened at the public place or any third party loss happened at the public place, nothing will be covered under the CPM policy. So for that purpose, see how these vehicles are rated. Because the rating pattern of these vehicles is absolutely different to the motor insurance vehicles. In motor insurance, what we have seen? We are doing everyday motor insurance. You know, the vehicles are rated according to the category of vehicles like two-wheelers, private cars, commercial vehicles. In commercial vehicle category again, GCCB, PCCB, MISD. That is the method of rating the vehicles according to their charts available for the purpose of own damage premium, third party premium and personal accident premium. So a lot of exercise is done in motor insurance. But in CPM, nothing like that. In CPM insurance, simple 5 groups are there. All MSD vehicles are classified into these 5 groups. And every vehicle has a separate code. Every machinery has a separate code. Moreover, no different premium charge is there. According to the group, the premium rate is fixed. And this rate is fixed for the entire coverage except earthquake. No separate OD rate, no separate TP rate, no separate PA rate, nothing is there. All these commercial plant, machineries or equipment belonging to the contractors are covered under the 5 different groups. Group 1 is rated at 0.60%, Group 2 is rated at 0.80%, Group 3 is 1.00%, Group 4 is for the costliest machineries, heaviest and riskiest machineries. So there the rating is 2.00%, and just reverse is Group 5. There the rate is only 0.20, 20% only. But in this group you will find the plant and machineries or equipment which are not even having the own engine. They are not self-propelled. They are used as connected or mounted to some other vehicle. So first of all, it has to be clear in your mind that all these commercial equipment, plant, machinery or vehicles are divided and coded under 5 different groups. Groups are rated according to tariff 0.60%, 0.80%, 1.00%, 2.00% and 0.20%. Plus earthquake rate can be charged, that's all. I repeat, no OD premium, no TP premium, no PA premium. This is the only premium chargeable for the insurance of these plant and machineries. The confusion in your mind may be how these are grouped. So for that purpose, let's see the example. This group 1. Risk code is given from 101, 2, 3, 4 like that. Rate is 0.60 plus earthquake. That's all. Kind of machinery is included in group 1. Chain block, pulley block, compressor, airlock, conveyor belt, cranes up to 10 ton capacity, concrete pumping plant, cement silos, portable protection lamp, road rollers, scrapers, vibrators. All these machineries are given different codes. And the condition is the machinery falling in group 1 cannot be insured in group 3 or machinery falling in group 5 cannot be insured in group 2. They are not interchangeable. Hard and fast it is. Because these are rated according to the groups specified in the engineering tariff. Group 2, risk code start from 201. Rate is 0.80 plus earthquake. Machineries includes aggregate plant, airlocks, gas power generating plant, graders, pan scrapers, rippers, mobile mixing plant, mechanical sweepers, stone crushers, tractor trailers, seismic data collection equipments. This kind of machineries are in group 2. You just have to check up under which group this machinery belongs to, and simply the rate of that group is applicable. Over that rate, the company can allow you the de-tariffing discount, but you have to charge only this rate plus earthquake rate and nothing. So this is this code 201 tone bar and group 2. Let's see the machineries of group 3. This code start from 301. Machineries include bulldozers, crane above 10 ton capacity, diving equipments, excavators, loaders, mobile diving rigs, rail mounted gantry crane, breakdown vehicles, hydraulic twin boom, jumbo drilling machines. This kind of machineries are there. Rate is 1.00% plus earthquake. The most riskiest and heaviest machineries are included in group 4, where the risk code start from 401. Rate is 2.00 plus earthquake, and the kind of machineries are drilling machine for water supply, tunnel boring machine, like that. Heavy and costliest machines are there. Just reverse is group 5. Other miscellaneous items, maybe the value may be 10,000 or more, like that. They may not be having their own engines. Say for example DG set, rippers, like that. Risk code start from 501. Now when charging the earthquake premium, the pattern is same as applicable to the fire insurance. Why? Because from earthquake point of view, India is divided into 4 zones. In zone 1, the highest earthquake frequency areas are included. In zone 4, lowest frequency areas of earthquakes are included. Preem rate is different, 10 times difference is there. In zone 1, 0.10% and zone 4, 0.01%. This can be charged extra. Now, before you work on any proposal for CPM insurance, let's understand what the company does not underwrite. Because every company has got a decline list where they exclude those machineries which they don't want to insure because they are giving them the very high claim list. So every company is doing that practice. Mr. Sangasetti has raised a hand. Any questions? Or is this by mistake? No questions. So in the decline list you will find the first one very important, registered vehicle. If any vehicle out of them, maybe crane, the excavator, the bulldozer, the road roller, if it is registered with the RTO, this cannot be insured in CPM insurance. We don't say this will not be insured. Insurance policy will be given, but not CPM. Then this will be used as a registered vehicle and this will be insured under the motor insurance category. So all registered vehicles may be working at the project site or applying on the public place. They are subject to motor insurance. Agricultural equipments are not given CPM policy. Tunnel boring machine, all type of underground disc, waterborne machineries, oil gas drillings and rigs are not insured under the CPM policy. But they are all subject to insurance and if they are registered, they can be insured under the motor insurance policy. So this is the decline list. Now a most important factor of CPM insurance is adequacy of sum insured. Adequacy of sum insured is absolutely contrary to the principle of motor insurance where the IDB is applied. IDB is what is known as the insured declared value. There you will find a table which is reducing the value of the vehicle every year by almost 10%. Even on day 1, the vehicle will not be insured on the X showroom price. But here the position is just contrary to the motor insurance practice. Here over insurance is allowed, but not the under insurance. If it is underinsured, that means insured is going to suffer the loss at the time of claim. Because the claim amount will be proportionately reduced to the underinsurance by applying the average clause. So sum insured must be equal to the cost of replacement of the insured property by new property of the same kind and same capacity, which shall mean its replacement cost including freight, dues, and custom duties, if any, and erection cost. That means even you can insure a plant and machinery under the CPM category for the more than the purchase value or more than the ex showroom value. Because here in the sum insured, you can include even the freights, dues, custom duties, erection cost. They are all part of the sum insured. Even by including all those, you can take still the higher sum insured. Because there is every possibility that the price may escalate during the policy period also. So sum insured must be adequate. This is most important. Transit coverage. See, in motor insurance, what happens? You are purchasing a vehicle from the Hyderabad. You are flying it in Mumbai, Kolkata, Jaipur, Delhi, anywhere. You can do it. Because for motor insurance purposes, the territory is India, within India. Even the geographical area can be extended to Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, and Maldives. But that practice is not permitted in CPM insurance. Here, even transit coverage is not allowed. The risk during shifting of items of contractors, plant, machinery and equipment in connection with work at a project site is permitted from one point to another point. But transit risk from one site to another site will be excluded. So for that purpose, contractor has to take a separate policy. Either the marine in transit or the machinery has to be carried through the loaders. Because transit risk is not covered.
You mean to say, sir, one side to another side that is not covered?
That is
That
not.
he has to take another.
One site to another site is covered, but the journey period of site to site is not covered.
Oh.
Project site could be more than 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever it is. On all those sites, if any loss is taking place, that will be covered. But going from one project to another project site, that transit period will not be covered. During that transit, if any loss is taking place, that will be excluded, and for that purpose, a separate policy is required. That is marine transit policy, or otherwise, that plant and machinery can be carried through loaders. So this is an important aspect of CPM policy.
So one more question here. I just want to. I think there are people who are still confused. Like this is one thing is they go by the loading the CPM and then reach that particular location. Another is that just to maybe the same city or city like if I talk about Delhi and Haryana, Delhi is the place and Haryana also is the border. So hardly not even a 25 kilometer. So why the machine is moved through the road only by they're moving by the road. So that is also not covered on this, right?
I give you an example.
Yeah.
I am a contractor. I have 3 sites: Jaipur, Delhi, and Mumbai. On all these 3 sites, my projects are going on. I am constructing a stadium, a hospital, or a college building. Now, my all plant and machineries are working day and night on all these 3 projects. But when I need a crane which is working at the Mumbai, I want to bring that crane to Jaipur because here it is needed now. The work has started on the 20th floor. So that crane will not come by road to Jaipur. If I am carrying it through road, I need a marine transit policy that will cover the risk of the transit, or otherwise I will carry it through a loader from Mumbai to Jaipur. So that is the concept. The transit risk will not be covered. If any loss or damage has occurred to the machinery during the transit, that will not be paid by the insurance company under the CPM policy. Even if there is third party loss, that will not be paid under the CPM policy during the transit. But the same kind of losses are taking place at the project site. Maybe own damage loss or third party loss, they are all paid. Is it clear now? Okay.
Sir, if it is the project which has been going on and the same project have a distance of 30 kilometer or 40 kilometer, like metro work is going on, they will be carrying this train to one place to another place. Even they are
Distance makes no difference. The only thing is, machinery should not go at the public place other than the project site. That
part
is
I
it.
understood, sir.
Distance makes no difference.
If it is the same, is the project
If the project site is same, say for example,
defined as 40 kilometer?
I explain to you. Say for example, I am constructing a stadium in Jaipur. Now my crane or my excavator is moving from gate 1 to gate 5 or gate 2 to gate 6 Any kind of loss or damage is taking place, that is payable. But if it is going through the road route anywhere, that is not covered. So simply, transit risk is not covered. Now, when you are selling this policy to any of your customers or contractors, you must propose for add-on covers also, because these all add-on covers are very useful. First of them is third-party liability. Why third-party liability? Because when the coverage was given, there you have seen the third-party liability section is very limited. Third-party liability section covers only the property damage, not the person's liability. So this section is very limited section in CPM policy. Why? In a motor policy, the third-party liability section is very wide, because that covers the unlimited third-party liability as per the provisions of the Motor Vehicle Act 1988, which is not at all applicable here. So here the third-party liability coverages are limited only to the third-party property damages. In that case, every contractor needs third-party coverage, because at the project site anything can happen. Any labor, any third person can die or can meet with an accident with any plant or machinery. So it is always advisable to take the third-party liability coverage, and here to take this add-on cover, you have to opt for two limits, any one person limit and any one accident. Premium rate is applicable at 0.25% according to the limit selected by the contractor. Secondly, owner surrounding property. If there is any possibility of loss or damage to the plant and machineries by the owner surrounding property, then only this is required, and the premium rate is again 0.25%. But the third one is very important, that clearance or removal of debris. Because at any project site,
sir, is there any limit, sir, for owner surrounding property? Is 10% of the sum insured?
depends on the proposal. If when you are giving the proposal, underwriter may fix a limit.
Can we increase that one, sir?
Yes. That is underwriter's purpose. So clearance and removal of debris is very important for the contractors, because during the project time there may be the circumstances when the constructed portion have to be removed or destroyed. Maybe because of the faulty design, carelessness, wrong measurement of the workers. So sometimes the constructed portions have to be removed, and when they are removed, there is a cost, and there is additional cost for the removal of debris. So instead of paying it from the out of pocket, contractor will always prefer to take this add-on cover by paying a simple premium of 0.25%, and this is most advisable also. Because the project depends upon the time. It may be a 2 year project, 3 year project, or maybe 6 month project, whatever it is. So when such huge involvement of cost is there, time is there, in that case, clearance and removal of debris, add-on cover is always advisable. Next three relates to the duties and freights. Additional custom duty, express freight or air freight. These are important in the sense, these plant and machineries are not manufactured in very high number, like two-wheelers or private cars or buses or trucks. Because the buyers of these plant and machineries are very limited. Say the crane or the excavator. Who will buy them? Mr. Prananda Narayan, you have to mute yourself. So, the buyers are limited. Contractors will buy them. Some certain government departments like Nagar Nigam, bridge corporations, municipal corporations, limited buyers are there. So the manufacturing is also depends upon the economics of demand and supply. If the demand is higher, supply will be higher. If the demand is less, supply will be less. So at times when your machinery is damaged, when the contractor is working using the machinery day and night, and suppose the machinery is broken, it has gone out of order, there is any kind of breakdown, and he urgently needs the replacement, he urgently needs some kind of part which is not readily available. So the entire project work has gone to the halt. What will happen in that case? He has to incur extra cost and he has to import the parts of that machinery from the other countries. So in that case, he may have to pay additional custom duty, express freight or air freight. Why should he bear it out of his own pocket? If he has taken the add-on covers, insurance company will pay it. Simple. So all add-on covers are useful and important from the contractor's point of view. Now what is not covered in CPM, that is also again important, because even the first exclusion is very controversial. There is loss or damage caused due to electrical and mechanical breakdown. Now see, this is an engineering policy. This relates to the components and equipments and plant and machineries of the vehicles. And in such a case, suppose the electrical and mechanical breakdown is not covered, then what risk is covered? So everybody will get confused. What is this? But this is a genuine cause which is not covered under the policy. Why? Because all these machineries are not operated by the contractor himself. Who is operating? By the operators, by the drivers, by the laborers. And they are always negligent in using the proper coolant, fluid, lubrication. This kind of negligence may result in breakdown of the machine. Engine may get seized at any point of time. In such a case, insurance company will not pay the claim. Insurance company will simply say, this is not an accidental loss. This is a loss due to your negligence. This is a loss caused due to your carelessness. If you are not using the proper fluid, liquids and lubrications or any other kind of oil, the machinery is bound to break down. So this kind of loss is not paid. Boiler and pressure vessels loss is not paid because for that purpose there is a separate policy. Wear and tear items are not paid because the older the machinery, higher the chance of getting the parts broken. Say for example, knife broken, drill broken, bits broken, battery is gone out of order, tires gone out of order, ropes and chains are broken. These are all parts which are supposed to normal wear and tear. And the most important exclusion is transit risk from one location to another location. Now suppose there is any parcel loss to this plant and machinery. How the insurance company will pay the claim? Insurance company will pay full cost of repair and replacement of parts plus repair charges because the policy is issued on the basis of all risk coverage. Cost of dismantling is paid, re-erection is paid. Only the depreciation is applied on the part of limited life. Otherwise, repair work, whatever repair work is undertaken, that is completely paid by the insurance company, provided the sum insured is adequate. If it is underinsured, the claim amount will be reduced proportionately by applying the average clause, and the insured is going to suffer the claim amount. So here again, it is important that the underinsurance should not be there. Even in case of total loss, insurance company is ready to pay the current replacement value of that machine, provided the sum insured is adequate. I give you an illustration, an example. So try to understand it very clearly. Say suppose I am a contractor, I purchased a crane in 40 lakh rupees 3 years ago. And the current replacement value today is 52 lakh of the same make and model. So how much would be my insurance? 52 lakh, not even a single paisa less. Maybe more than 52 lakh. I have to forget that I purchased it for 40 lakh rupees 3 years ago. Nothing to do. If my total crane is damaged, burnt or breakdown, broken, insurance company is ready to pay me the replacement cost of the new machinery of same make, model and manufacturer, provided my sum insured is adequate. If my sum insured is 40 lakh rupees, current replacement cost is 52 lakh rupees, insurance company will not pay me more than sum insured. So from that point of view, sum insured is very important. Okay, now I give you an example. Assume a crane accidentally drops a stone at a construction site and damages a car of a third party. Okay, this is a different kind of example. Now, to protect the contractor's project against various risks, including third party liability, a CPM insurance policy would cover the contractor's liability for any damage the crane causes to the third party's car. Here, the cost of repair or replacement of parts, or in severe cases, the loss of the vehicle could be included in the cost. So this is a loss covered. Another example.
So just to quick, clarity. Just come to the example one, sir. Okay. Now, the base in the CPM policy, there is maybe the 10 or based on the underwriting approval, 10 to 15% we give the third party coverage. So here that third party will not applicable here. Here the actual damage will pay, or based on that, out of the third party coverage which you customer has paid the premium or someone should take on, based on that they will settle the claim.
Yes.
That within that limit, like if I say one the stone came and damaged the entire car of, I'm saying the Mercedes and the 50 lakh of the car is the damage, but the third party coverage only for 10 lakhs. So now we are going to pay only up to the 10 lakh. That is our liability. You are referring this one or something else, sir?
Third party property damages as per the sum insured, but third party person's liability is as per the limit opted by the contractor.
Okay. This is the property, hence it is
payable for full value.
Full value. Up to that sum insured which you have taken.
For the actual loss, yes.
Yes.
Another example, a technical example it is. 9 tunneling machines were deployed by the Bangalore Metro Rail Corporation Limited to dig tunnels between Dairy Circle and Nagwada Rudra. A tunnel boring machine, this is actual instance. A tunnel boring machine encountered unusual circumstances. An enormous pile of garbage caught the machine's cutter head, preventing it from moving ahead. It was later discovered that the area where the machine was stuck had been quarry, Khanti, mines, quarry land before it was turned into a landfill. Thereafter it was filled. So officially it was found that the location where the machine got stuck was previously a quarry site, which had been converted into a landfill during the 80s. Fortunately, after 6 months, the metro station the machine made progress and started tunneling toward Longford metro station. In such situation, there is a considerable likelihood of severe damage to the machine. Moreover, various occurrences like landslide, earthquake and flood, fires can also take place. All these risks are covered under the CPM policy, because CPM policy is an all-risk policy, and all these kind of damages will be paid because these are all accidental losses. Now see, the basic difference between motor insurance and a CPM policy must be clear in the minds of everyone. Because motor policy cannot be substituted even if the vehicle is unregistered. So vehicle unregistered means you cannot give a motor policy. If it is registered, there is a choice of the contractor which policy he wants. But both policies are different. How it is? See. First of all, vehicle classification. In motor, you will find all vehicles are classified like motor two-wheeler, three-wheeler, private car, commercial vehicles, and in the commercial vehicle also GCCB, PCCB, MISD. Nothing of this sort is there in the CPM insurance. Here, the vehicles will work at the project site and they are classified into 5 different groups. Premium rate is also according to that group. Groups are from group 1 to group 5. Second most important difference. In motor insurance policy, all perils are listed. Listed means fire, explosion, burglary, RSMD, STFI, terrorism, they are all listed perils. But in CPM there is nothing like that because CPM is always policy. CPM policy says loss due to any peril is covered except the specified exclusions. So being an always policy, cause of loss which are not excluded under the policy are covered. Additional covers are there in motor insurance as well as in CPM policy, which are known as add-ons. But they are again different. Motor add-on covers are different, CPM add-on covers are different. And they are again different to company to company. Now overturning risk. Overturning risk is one risk which day and night you are issuing motor policies, but you may not be aware that for any missed vehicle, overturning can be covered by payment of additional premium in motor insurance. Missed, not for car, not for two-wheeler, not for GCC. But for missed vehicles, if you want to cover the overturning risk, in that case you have to charge additional premium under the motor insurance. Here in CPM insurance, overturning is a default inbuilt risk. In motor insurance, compulsory excess is very limited. It starts from 100 rupees. In two-wheeler it is 100, in private car it is 500. If the car is more than 1000 cc, then 1000. In GCCBs it is 1500, 2000, like that. But in CPM, compulsory excess is very high. Minimum compulsory excess is 12,500. So it's a major difference. Moreover, all motor vehicle insurance, all policies, two-wheeler, private car, GCCB, PCCB, they are governed by India Motor Tariff. The proposal, the policy wordings, the claim settlement, everything is based on the India Motor Tariff because the tariff is dismantled for the purpose of pricing only and not for the purpose of policy terms, conditions, wordings and clauses. So since all policy terms, conditions, wordings and clauses of India Motor Tariff are applicable as it is to all the general insurance companies of India, in that case, all motor policies are governed by the India Motor Tariff. But for CPM, India Motor Tariff has nothing to do. Because there is a CPM, separate CPM tariff, which is part of the engineering tariff. A separate CPM tariff is there. On tariffs, you must have the clarity because everybody has a confusion that tariffs have been dismantled and now there is no tariff applicable today. This is not the case. The case is IRDA has made the market price free. So insurance companies are at the liberty, they can charge any kind of premium, any rate of premium, and they can give the T-tariff discount on any rate. But no insurance company can make any changes with the terms, conditions, wordings and clauses of the policy which are given in the tariff. So here it is important because both the tariffs are different. Secondly, motor vehicles are meant for the public use. Public use in the sense for passengers, for goods carrying, for private purposes. But the CPM vehicles are used for commercial use only at the project site for specific purposes. Maybe sometimes, say for excavation, for harvesting, for drilling. These plant and machineries are purpose specific. A harvester or an excavator, they will do their own work only, excavation, drilling, like that. In motor, all vehicles meant for road use compulsorily registered with RTO. No motor vehicle can be insured under the motor vehicle category if it is not registered with the RTO. Even if it is not registered, the registration must have been applied. Registration may be got later.
सर यहाँ पे एक क्वेश्चन था मेरा कि जो जेसीबी है जनरल जेसीबी यूज होती है कॉमन यूज में भी और इंडस्ट्रियल यूज में भी जेसीबी will be counted CPM and motor use.
Depends. If it is registered, we can give a CPM policy. We can give only motor policy. If it is not registered, we will give CPM policy. If we are giving CPM policy, all terms and conditions of CPM policy will apply. Then even the public place use will not apply. So it depends upon which policy we are giving. And policy will be given according to the registration of the vehicle.
So, one more clarity to the team. Like, if there is a RTO registration and you have taken a policy under the CPM policy, then I think the policy is not going to valid. If there is a claim comes, so the company will not get it clear. So you have to be very careful because I have seen few cases, sir, in few cases of there is a tie-up. I think the branch did blunder and then later on I cancelled the policy and issued the CPM policy. So these people are what they are doing it registration also. Some of them have some mind, sir. Just because of this thing, you can go for a CPM policy just to take the number. So be careful. If there is a RTO registration, you have to issue policy under this deed only. No CPM policy will be given. If you give, then claim will not be payable. Am I right, sir?
I am coming to that point. I will give a very good example of it.
Yes, sir.
So let me finish this one first.
Yeah.
All vehicles meant for road use compulsorily registered with RTO, but in CPM, generally used for single location or for multiple locations and need not be registered. Simple. Now all vehicles which are registered and insured under motor vehicle category can fly anywhere in India because for them the territory is India. This is not the case with the CPM policy because those are confined to project sites only. Intersite movement is allowed, but beyond project site the movement is not allowed. Now comes the important point like compulsory third party liability. In a motor vehicle insurance policy, irrespective of any category, maybe two-wheeler, three-wheeler, four-wheeler, private cars, GCCV, the third party liability for a person is unlimited. Unlimited. Because court has to decide it as per the provisions of the Motor Vehicle Act 1988. Here in CPM policy, the third party liability is not covered at all for the persons. Here the third party liability covered is only for the property damages. For persons, contractor has to take add-on cover. Because in motor insurance policy, the third party liability is limited only for the TPPD. That is maximum 7.5 lakh. Here that is according to sum insured, but for the persons there is no liability covered. One more important aspect is sum insured. Sum insured in motor insurance is on the basis of the IDV. And that IDV table is for every category of vehicles applicable to all motor vehicles for first 5 years. IDV table will show that the vehicle value will be reduced almost by 10% every year, and no vehicle will be insured at the set showroom price. Even on day one, if the vehicle is purchased today, it cannot be insured at the ex-showroom price. 5% deduction would be there from the ex-showroom price, then only the person will be issued. But this IDV funda is not at all applicable to the CPM insurance. For your kind information, IDV table is applicable only to the motor insurance and to no other third party category, no other non-motor category. So sum insured pattern is altogether different. In CPM, sum insured has to be according to the replacement cost of the vehicle of the same make and model of the current date. Now, policy is transferable in both the cases, motor insurance or CPM insurance. But the most important aspect is motor insurance is having NCB funda, no claim bonus. For every claim-free year on the motor policy, insurance company will provide you a no-claim bonus according to the percentage given in the table, and this will continue as long as there is no claim on the vehicle. This NCB is earned by the insured. This is not given to the vehicle, this is given to the owner of the vehicle. If the ownership is transferred, NCB is not transferred to the next owner. So NCB funda is applicable to the motor insurance for all category of vehicles. But this is not applicable to the CPM policy. There is no NCB kind of things are there. Now the example I want to give to you, which will illustrate everything. Say for example, I am a contractor, I have a Tata Hitachi X110 excavator, which I purchased 4 years ago at 40 lakh rupees. Simple example. I came to you for insurance of it. You asked me only one question. Sir, is it registered with the RTO? I said yes. You said, okay sir, we will insure it in the motor insurance category because this is registered with the RTO. I said okay. So when you are insuring it under the motor insurance category, what you did, because this is the 5th renewal of this excavator. So you applied your IDV table and you insured it of 20 lakh rupees only, while I purchased it at 40 lakh rupees. This is the principle applicable to the motor insurance. I said okay. So you have given me a 20 lakh rupees insurance policy. Now, after 3 months, there is a loss of 5 lakh rupees. Insurance company settle the claim of 5 lakh rupees, less depreciation, less salvage, less compulsory excess. No dispute at all. This is simple motor insurance claim settlement. The same Tata Hitachi X110 excavator I brought to you for insurance. You asked me 2 questions. Sir, is it registered with the RTO? I said no. You assured me, okay, we will give you CPM insurance. I said okay. Then because you are well versed with the insurance and you know what is CPM insurance, you asked me another question. So what is the current replacement value of this X110 excavator? I just gave a call to the dealer and passed the price. Tata Hitachi X110, what is the current cost? He said 50 lakh rupees. I purchased it 4 years ago at 40 lakh rupees, today it is costing 50 lakh rupees. So you suggested me that get it insured for 50 lakh rupees and maybe more than that, but not less than 50 lakh rupees. I said okay. You gave me a policy of 50 lakh rupees. During the policy period, there was a loss of 5 lakh rupees. Insurance company settled the claim full because it is insured for the current replacement value. This is a CPM policy settlement. There is no confusion at all. Where the confusion comes, let us see the third example, which is most important. The same Tata Hitachi X110 excavator I brought to you for insurance. You asked me the first question, sir, is it registered with the RTO? I said no. You told me, okay, we will give you CPM policy. But now you don't know what is the adequacy of sum insured in CPM. You don't know at what value it should be insured, what should be the sum insured. So you insured the Tata Hitachi excavator under CPM category by applying IDB. Double fault. You are not giving me a motor insurance policy, you are giving me a CPM policy for my excavator, which I purchased 4 years ago at 40 lakh rupees. And you are applying the IDB. You are insuring it for 20 lakh rupees. Suppose after 3 or 4 months there is a loss on the policy of 5 lakh rupees. The surveyor will come, he will inspect the loss. He will say, what is the sum insured of your policy, CPM policy? He said 20 lakh rupees only. He asked the dealer, what is the current replacement value of this excavator? He said 50 lakh rupees. Surveyor immediately settled the claim. He said, no, gentlemen, you are not going to get the claim because there is an under insurance and the average clause will apply here. And according to average clause, the formula is sum insured upon the current market, current replacement value into loss. So how it will be settled? 20 lakh upon 50 lakh into 5 lakh. So again the loss of 5 lakh rupees, I will get only 2 lakh rupees. That again, policy deductibles will apply to it. So I am the loser because the wrong policy is given to me. CPM policy is given by applying the IDB. That is the fault of the insurance company. But the sufferer is I. This should not be there because the under insurance is not permitted in CPM policy. Here again, escalation clause can be taken to cover the escalated price during the policy period. Plus, floater coverage can be taken if the contractor has the more than one project sites. So on all those project sites, the risk can be covered. So when this policy is given, the most important thing is that every detail, including make, model, identification number, chassis number, engine number, manufacturing year should be noted in the particular form minutely. Now you will see in that tariff, India Motor Tariff List, 57 category of misty vehicles were there long time ago, maybe some new categories are added. But any proposal can come to you through a contractor for the insurance of lawn movers, ladders, levelers, lateral dozers, milk vans, prison vans, drilling rigs, dumpers, dust carts, because they are all using this kind of machineries at the projects. You can receive any kind of proposal at any point of time. Maybe you have heard the name of these machineries or not, you have seen this kind of machineries or not, but they are all subject to insurance. Some other kind of plant or machineries you can see. Road sweepers, road sprinklers, steppers, shovels, leveling plant, tankers, tar sprayers, tippers, tower wagons, free rollers. They are all subject to insurance under the CPM policy if they are not registered with the RTO insurance. So this is all about CPM insurance. Now you can ask any question. And most probably Mr. Jugal sir has joined. Mr. Jugal or Ramjan Shah. Anybody is there? Jugal sir, are you there? Jagal sir, are you there or not?